what's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the film The Equalizer 3. Now this is the third film in the Equalizer film franchise, which of course is loosely based on the 80s television series. Now again, it's directed by Antoine Fuqua, and you also have Denzel Washington, who returns to his role as a U.S. Marine and DIA officer Robert McCall. Now this particular time, Robert is living in South Italy, and he's in this incident where he has to help these people who are being I guess you could say corrupted and intimidated by these mafia type people, whatever. They're not really a gang. They're a gang, but they are officially a mafia type, organization. And of course, Robert McCall jumps in and has to take them on out. Now there's an opening in the film, and it displays why he ends up in Italy, because he has this opening action sequence kind of in the beginning of the film. It's very, I must admit, it's very intense a song, because you can tell that he already wiped these people out. You don't really see him do it, but you can see all these people dead, and it's actually even in the trailer you can see all these these people dead. It's almost like a horror movie to a certain extent, the way he killed them, a hatchet. I think it was a hatchet, and somebody's face, a knife stuck down in somebody. You see bodies everywhere. You can see the devastation of what he did, how he took all these people out and out. Then I want to get into it more. I don't want to kind of spoil it, but yeah, I just leave it at that. But you can tell why he does kind of end up in Italy, because he went there for a particular reason. It is one of the big plot points of this particular film. Now you also have Dakota Fanning in the film. She plays Emma Collins. You can tell that her characters connected to previous characters in the Equalizer franchise, but I leave it there. But she kind of shows up to to help find out about what's going on with these mafia groups that are in Italy and so on. And it turns out it's a terrorist type thing going on with it in the song. Now this kind of points to the film I thought was kind of confusing at times, because you have McCall here in Italy, and he's trying to help these people and trying to save them from being all intimidated and bullied by these this so-called mafia gang. But at the same time, there's this other plot point in the film where it's dealing with terrorists and stuff like that, terrorist attacks around the world. And they're trying, and if I get into it too much, I will spoil it. They're trying to something about wine, they're illegally trading wine, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, drugs too as well, drugs and stuff as well. But other than that though, that's basically most of what the film itself is about. Now there's other characters I want to touch on too as well. There's one other main character in the film known as I think Gio Banucci. Now he's played by I think that's how you pronounce it, Eugenio Mastrandria. He kind of helps Robert's character throughout the film, kind of the beginning of the song, and that's why kind of the reason why Robert's ended up staying in Italy and actually just stays there, for most of the film. But I said, if I go into too much of what that guy's character is, it kind of spoils the film, But he's kind of there, and he kind of aids, Denzel Washington helps him and so on and everything. And then the villains of the film, you have the main primary one is really Vincent Quaranta, and I think that's how you pronounce it. And they are members of this group, the gangster mafia type group known as Carmora. Like I said, they are the villains of the film. But Vincent is the main one, but you also have his brother, who is known as Marco Quaranta. I think that's how you pronounce it, Marco. So you also have them in the film too as well. And there's also a love interest for Denzel Washington's character too as well, this lady that he kind of falls for throughout the film, at this at while he's in Italy, she's not really a love interest, but you can tell it's kind of where they're going with the development of her character or whatever. So I thought she was kind of interesting. And there's other ones I want to touch on, this particular guy who's I think a guard or something like that, because he has a family and so on. Yeah, I think he's actually Gio's son, if I can remember correctly, or something like that. Or he's a part of them or something like that. He's kind of one of the big parts of the film too as well. But the film itself is the action scenes and everything, they're done pretty good. I think the film itself is actually filmed very well, because I enjoyed it. It did have some pacing issues once it got kind of in the second act, kind of getting close to the end. I thought it had some pacing issues, but the kills and the brutality of the way Robert, where Denzel Washington's character, how he takes all that people out of the enemy song, is just it feels like a horror film at times. It's just the other previous two Equalizer films. It's almost like a slasher film. He's standing behind me, killing me. So the way it looks is it's like a horror film almost. But yeah, the killings are brutal and so on. And I like how you can just go all through a person's body and so tell what's wrong, when they're gonna die and all that kind of stuff. All that kind of stuff is cool. He's very a really powerful force in this particular film, from my opinion. So yeah, this is supposed to be like the final installment, but I thought this was a pretty solid entry, like in the Equalizer franchise. It's pretty awesome. I thought the performances, you know, they were pretty cool, like on point. Like I say, I like the chemistry between like Dakota Fanning's like character, Anne McCall, especially when she shows up and meet Robin McCall. You know, I like their chemistry between them two, you know, and so on and everything. I thought that was pretty cool and stuff. But in the end, the Equalizer 3, I'm gonna give this a B-. I would definitely recommend it for like fans of like the Equalizer like film franchise. I enjoyed it, you know, and it's supposed to be like the last one, supposed, but I would like to see more of these. I think this is cool that now we have like an Equalizer trilogy. Cause I know Denzel Washington doesn't really do like sequels and so on, so I think that's pretty cool that he has like a nice like little trilogy here that we can watch. You know, it's like brooding, like, you know, full of action. It's almost like a horror film, you know, you know. But anyway, I'm giving this a B-. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well.